Hey fam, and welcome back to Magical Beginnings. It's your girl, yours truly, Ruby Red, and today I would like to talk about energy, how easily it's transferred, and how to protect yourself against unwanted energies being omitted from people and places. So I guess the best example of a transfer of energy would be a scenario that I'm sure we've all experienced. Have you ever been having a good day and you ran into somebody or went somewhere and either you can feel the energy around them or in a room is just so heavy and so dreadful, or their demeanor, everything they say is nasty, the way they're moving and slamming things, and they're being real careless and reckless, and everything is just really blah. And by the time your interaction with them is done, now you're feeling blah. Either you got emotionally drained, or now you're really tired. The whole upbeat, ready to just live life to the fullest is gone. Your neck might be stiff now, your back might be aching, and it's kind of unclear why when you were just feeling so good. It's a transfer of energy. You absorbed the negativity that was in that person or in that place, and now you made it your own. And I would like to explain a little bit, or I would like to explain my favorite tips on keeping yourself grounded and protecting your own energies. Before we get into that, I just want to remind everybody that empaths are not the only ones who need to be grounded and protected against energies. Human beings, all human beings, especially spiritually awakened ones, we're highly susceptible to energy. We're energetic creatures. Not just human beings. Animals carry energy. Stones carry energy. Everything living carries energy, and even something that's non-living can possess energy if it's given to it in the right fashion. So with that being said, you have to be on guard. You don't want to ever go anywhere and your energy is zapped away, or you're unwillingly now being given something that you didn't ask for or even wanted. So my favorite ways to protect myself from energy, my favorite ways to protect myself from other people's energy would be, first and foremost, a bath. I love a good spiritual bath. I take them at random times of the day, especially if I know that I'm going to have a bad day, or what could be a stressful day, a long day at work. If I know I'm going to be pulling a double that day, if I know I'm going to be around people that are normally negative. I mean, realistically, this is life. Everybody's not awake and everybody's not guarded against energy or even aware of energy. And some people, unfortunately, are just miserable. And it could be a family member, it could be a friend, it could be a lover, it could be someone in their family. And especially now, I don't know when you guys are viewing this, but it's actually Thanksgiving Eve right now for me today. So happy holidays to you guys if you are checking this out around this time. Family gatherings, especially for us Wiccas, as witches, as spiritualists, as powerful beings who come from families who don't indulge in our lifestyle. Sometimes it's really hard to be around family, and this is a perfect time to be guarded and protected against those kind of energies. So a spiritual bath, yes, is my very favorite. I like to add elements into my bath that absorb negative energy as well as omit positive energies. Some of my favorites, you can't never ever leave out sea salt. Sea salt, whether it's a pink Himalayan sea salt, plain sea salt, or if it's black sea salt, it doesn't matter. I just wouldn't use iodized table salt. It's something totally different. You shouldn't even eat it if it's in your cabinet. We'll talk about diet and how it affects our magic and our manifestation powers in another video. But sea salt is a very powerful tool for cleansing on a spiritual level. It connects you to the ultimate mother, Yamaja, as well as to the ocean where life, for us human beings at least, begin. It's a cleanser and it's a neutralizer. It removes energy. Sage is another. Basil is really good for removing negative energy and promote and bless energies. So a simple bath, I tell most people a simple spirit bath will consist of some sea salt, some sage, and baking soda. Soda is another natural element. It absorbs, therefore it removes, and adding it to a bath is a really good way to give your spirit rejuvenation All three of those elements are really good for exfoliating and cleansing the physical skin. So, you know, it's a great way, it's a great spiritual bath, both physical and it's a great cleansing bath for both spiritual and physical needs. Another favorite of mine is grounding. Grounding is the act of putting your feet to the dirt. Again, we're human beings. We're made of the planet. We're literally made out of the same elements that the planet is made of, just on different degrees. And the earth itself is alive. It carries its own energetic ID, and it matches ours beautifully. Even though we all have different ones, it matches everybody's, or it syncs to everybody's individually, because we are a part of it. Earth is our mother. It carries us every single day. It supports us, and it gives us a place to build our houses and grow our food that nourishes our body. So connecting to the ground, just spending a few minutes with your feet inside of dirt is an amazing way to keep your energies level, to remove all that extra energy, whether it's negative energy, hyper energy. Grounding removes and stabilizes all energy. Whether it's a few minute walk in your backyard, or if you have a wooded area that you're comfortable with nearby, that you can walk around and be in nature, that's a great place. Or if you're like me and you're in an apartment and getting outside barefooted is not really something that you would like to do, even if you are able to do, I made a grounding pad. It's very simply a wooden box. I used an old dresser drawer, and I filled it with organic soil with a recipe of herbs, sage, basil, rosemary. I don't have my list with me, so I can't read you it off specifically, but look up. I always tell people, Google is your friend. It's free still, so take advantage of that. And yeah, look up herbs for protection, for removal of negative energy. Look inside your cabinet. I'm going to do a whole video on food grade herbs and how wonderful they are and magical purposes. So don't be afraid to just take out the things that you have right inside of your cabinet. Yeah, I also added to it, which brings me to the next Curos, which is really good for absorbing negative energy as well as protecting yourself from energy. I added stones to my grounding pad. Stones are alive. They're earth. They come from the earth. Whether you use raw stones, tumbled stones, or crystals, long as they are natural stones, they carry a specific energy signature, and they will help you on so many different levels. We'll definitely do a video on stones. I love stones. So we covered baths, we covered stones, and we covered grounding pads. Those are my 3 personal favorites for protecting my energy, whether I'm on the go or whether I'm around people that, you know, just aren't the most pleasant people to be around. Now, as for places, home is where the heart is, as they say. It's where we put our children to bed at night. It's where we lay our head, where we lock our doors to stay safe. Keeping your home's energy neutral and positive is definitely a good thing. The most common way to keep your house on a neutral level is with sage. Whether it's a sage smudge, or if you put sage inside of your colander and burn it with a hot coal. Walking around your house, making sure you hit all your corners, because negativity hides in corners and it hides in jumble. That's what it's saying. Cleanliness is next to godliness comes from. Even though I believe that we ourselves are God, dirt allows mess. It allows confusion, allows negativity. So, you know, it's really good to go through your home, clean everything up, fold things, find a place for everything, put everything in its place, and then go through it with a nice sage stick. You want to go up and down your walls. You want to go in all your corners. You want to hit all your rooms. You want to hit underneath things. I like to sage my televisions and my electronics as well, because even though they're non-living items, they do emit energy, and I try to keep their energies as positive and as low frequency on a destructive level as possible. So I sage everything, pets, plants, everything in my house gets sage. Be careful with saging your pets. Unfortunately, I lost 2 frogs from sage. All animals don't do well being sage. So yeah, be careful when you're running around saging your house when you have pets. After sage, I always tell people follow up with something unless neutral is what you're looking for. Neutrality is not a bad aura to have inside of your house, especially if you're worried about someone who lives in your house. Troubled children are often secretive about things that's going on. So if you're ever worried about your children, a nice witchy trick is to sage your house completely. Sage your child. Keep them on a neutral ground and then just watch them. Watch how they react during specific times of the day, whether it's when they first wake up, when they get home from school, whether it's when a certain person or people enter the home. Watch for their shift. If you notice that there is one, this is where being spiritually aware is not even about being a witch, but being a witch is always popping. But this is where we use our abilities to help ourselves and our family. Having a neutral home with sage burning or being constantly going around, you're more likely to identify people's energies, your family's energy, and if there's something wrong, you'll be able to help them because you'll see something is wrong, especially with small kids who don't like to talk or teenagers who are trying to hold things in. Sage is a great way to kind of sift out problems. I'll sage the house at night, go over all the kids, and then in the morning they'll wake up and everybody is fine. And then I'll notice after a specific phone call or, after interactions with somebody, you know your kids. Having them on a spiritually neutral ground, it just makes it easier for you to identify energy signatures that they're giving out at the time. So I definitely encourage sage for people and parents who, you're trying to find out, even with people, friends, if you think you got a shady friend, sage your house before they come in, see what kind of energy they carry. Bring up a situation, especially if you got that gut feeling, bring up the topic, see how they change, see how their energies around them change, the body tense, things like that. And you'll be able to make better decisions on what's going on in your life. If there's no issues like that and you don't want a neutral ground, I love following up with sage with either blessed herbs, Palo Santo, or sandalwood, or even sweetgrass. Sweetgrass is another beautiful one. They bring really high, positive, uplifting vibes into the house. So those are really good to follow up with after sage. And if you're looking for a specific intent, go for that. You can follow up after sage with lavender if you're about to have your partner come over and you want to have a nice, loving, romantic aura in the house, or even rose. You can burn cinnamon after you sage the house, so that way you amplify your money and prosperity inside the apartment. Those kind of energies. That's a great witchy trick for New Year's. I'm going to do a whole video on New Year's tricks. But yeah, don't be afraid to learn about these herbs and what they can do to you. That's the power of the herbs. And use them. They're here for us. I like to also consume herbs that'll help keep my body on neutral if I know that, again, I'm going to go to work and have a stressful day, or if I have no idea I'm going to have a stressful day, but I get home and I've had a stressful day. Sage tea is really, really, really good for just getting yourself on neutral. It's one thing if you're having a bad day, then you work on that. But there's no reason to ever walk around with someone else's negativity or attitude. You're better than that. You deserve better than that. And I want you guys to know that there are definitely ways to protect yourself and to guard yourself. So I hope you like this video. I have to go help my mom cook. Make sure you hit the like and subscribe button. And as always, I wish you guys much ashe and namaste. I'll see you next time.